Let me tell you about one of the wildest cases I've ever come across. It started off looking like a love triangle, messy, but nothing out of the ordinary. But what happened next? It was like something straight out of a psychological thriller. A pregnant wife, terrified by anonymous threats. A former girlfriend accused of stalking. And behind it all, a digital trail so shocking it led to a twist no one was ready for. Angela had just married Ian Diaz, a U.S. Marshal. They were setting up their new life in Anaheim, California. Everything seemed picture perfect on the surface. But then, things started to unravel in ways no one could have predicted. Angela started getting disturbing emails. At first, they were just unsettling, weird threats, strange language. But then, it escalated. She claimed someone had started posting ads online, on Craigslist of all places, pretending to be her. The ads described violent, non-consensual fantasies and invited strangers to come to her home and act them out. Yeah, it was horrifying. Multiple men actually showed up at Angela and Ian's condo expecting, well, exactly what the ads promised. Angela was terrified. She called the police. She told them it had to be Ian's ex-girlfriend, Michelle Hadley. Michelle Hadley was a graduate student and aspiring writer who had dated Ian years before. Their breakup was messy, sure, but now Angela was saying Michelle was obsessed, that she was stalking them, threatening her and the baby, and using fake email accounts to ruin her life. Based on the evidence, the emails, the Craigslist ads, and Angela's testimony, Michelle was arrested. Not just arrested, but hit with multiple charges: stalking, harassment, even attempted. Her bail was set at $1 million. The media ran wild with it. Jealous ex-girlfriend turned stalker. Pregnant woman terrorized by rival. Michelle became a villain overnight. She spent 3 months in jail, watching her life disintegrate. And the whole time, she kept saying the same thing: it wasn't me. Then, the truth started to slip through the cracks. Federal investigators took a deeper look at the digital evidence. And what they found was unreal. The emails hadn't come from Michelle's devices or accounts. The IP addresses didn't match. The supposed threats were traced back to Angela's own phone, her laptop, her Wi-Fi. Angela had faked everything. She'd created multiple email addresses, written graphic messages to herself, staged scenes to look like she was being stalked, and then blamed Michelle for all of it. She even faked the pregnancy. Angela Diaz wasn't the victim. She was the mastermind. In January 2017, all charges against Michelle Hadley were dropped. Prosecutors called her completely innocent. Michelle had been framed, humiliated, locked away. All because of a twisted lie. Angela, meanwhile, was arrested and eventually sentenced to 5 years in prison. Michelle has since spoken out about the trauma she endured and how easily digital evidence can be manipulated by someone with the right know-how and the wrong intentions. In a world where our lives are so deeply woven into the web, how can we truly know what's real? And how often do we trust a story simply because it's told by the person who cries the loudest? So, the next time someone shows you a screenshot or an email that looks incriminating, maybe take a second before jumping to conclusions. Because sometimes the person crying victim is the one pulling all the strings. In the case of Michelle Hadley, justice came, but only after the system nearly failed her.